I'd like to welcome you to Pregnant Pauses Movement for Moms. I'm Alan Questel, the creator of Pregnant Pauses, and I think you're all in for a very exciting time, and you're going to have an experience of yourself unlike anything you've had before. Pregnant Pauses is actually a direct application of the Feldenkrais method of somatic education, and I'll be talking about that much later on in the process. But for now, I want to give you some guidelines about how you're going to approach the movements that we'll be doing. The first thing is, it's very different than any kind of movement you've done before. It's not like any kind of exercise. It's not like yoga or any other system of movement that you're used to. In fact, what you're going to be doing is moving in very slow, small, subtle ways. And while you're doing that, I'm going to guide your attention to different parts of yourself, and you're going to find some interesting things will occur. Some of the things that will happen will be changes in your breathing, changes in your balance, differences in how you walk, a greater ease in how you move generally. And probably the most significant thing that you'll find is that you'll have the experience of coming home to yourself. So I know you all know the experience from the different weeks in your pregnancy and the different trimesters of waking up one day and going, "Who is this? I don't recognize myself anymore." And so these movements will actually bring you to a place where you're going to feel like, "Oh, I know myself again. I recognize myself. This is the place that's familiar. I no longer feel like my body's controlling me and I'm out of control of it, but I can actually find a way of staying in my walking in an easy way, coming from sitting to standing or going to sitting without plopping or struggling, and finding that generally you feel easier in everything that you do." One of the other outcomes that you'll find will be that, and this is a funny kind of side effect, that you might find yourself liking yourself a little bit more. And that's something that sounds nice, but it's a tricky thing because when we go to like ourselves, we have to investigate the parts we don't like. That means that in here we get to do something really spectacular, which is in all the movements that you do, everything that you do, the major criteria is that you stay comfortable, that you do the movements in a way that it's easy, soft, pleasurable, doing them in a way that you like the way it feels. That's the bottom line. And if you stay within the parameters of liking the way you feel when you move, you'll find that coming to like yourself becomes much more approachable as well. Now, let me give you a few other criteria. Okay, some of you may get sleepy when you do this, and if you get sleepy, feel free to drift off. Okay? Most important is, if you need to rest, stop and rest whenever you need to. I'll be giving you frequent rests, and those rests will be there for many reasons, but if you feel that you're in a position too long or you need to stop doing a movement, just stop doing it, and that'll be fine.